Sky go crazy, my life amazing. So yeah, sky go crazy, my life amazing. Yeah, sky go crazy, my life amazing. Still fuck the world, I'm on a spaceship, we going places. When I die, I'ma be in the Matrix. My dream is weightless. Told me fuck it till I came in. I guess I caved in. Tell me quit, you fucking basic bitch. So I should shit on competition. I'm confident you tweaking drugs or incompetence. I'm running it.
What is going on, guys? My name is Jack Sorensen. You can call me JSO, and this is my Turbo Miata project. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. I used to be pretty active with my E46 back in the day, and I also had a WRX. I crashed that. My fault. And I've also had an Audi S4, B5 S4. This is the first car I've really put my hands on, built a lot of it. I did get a good little donor car 2 years ago, but it's come a long way. If you could look at this picture right here, it's come a long way, and so I want to bring you guys along the journey that I've gone through. So before I get to this build, please like the video, comment anything, you know, whether it's tips, tricks, video ideas. I'd love to hear it, and of course subscribe because it's gonna get going. I'm very excited to do that. So first thing I did really to this car was the paint job. This paint job is a grab and glue paint job. It's done by Mako, which is very, you know, controversial. But I prepped it myself, and it's come a long way, as you can tell by the picture I showed you. And it came out pretty good, you know. I'm not too picky. There's a lot of rock, there's chips, you know, there's a little bit of rust showing. You know, it's a New England Miata. It's not perfect, but it looks good. There's no other color like it. Everyone thinks it's Mariner blue, but it's not even close. It's a little bit brighter. So yeah, it's one of a kind. So usually I actually have a front lip on this car that puts it a lot closer to the ground. So it's the eBay lip. I actually just ordered another one. But as you can see in this photo that I'm showing right now, sort of went over a dead possum and snapped it straight in half. And I had a couple cops come and help me. Thank God they didn't write me a ticket because this thing's not inspected. It won't get inspected, not anytime soon. So now it's time to get up close and personal in my face. Hope you get used to this because this is what you're getting all summer. Whenever, however long this goes, I really want to be pretty dedicated. So one of the first things I also did to this thing was a 1-row LED bars. They're also hooked up to my fans, but I'll go over that later. They're great. They're bright enough. They get the job done. They look sleek. Not a lot of Miatas have 1 row, so it's pretty cool. I also have carbon Miata over fenders with XXR Saga wheels that have these centers that are usually black, but they're actually painted gold. I got these in a trade. I actually had J&C wheels for a bit. The fit was absolutely terrible, but I got in a trade, added $50 on my side with basically relatively new tires, so tons of tread left, and I got these wheels. So they look pretty good. I think they complete the car. Got carbon Miata over fenders with that. The wheels, I'm pretty sure, are 15 by 8.5 plus 25. So I also have a 10 mil space, no, not 10 mil, 20 mil spacer on all around. So it should be relatively +5 or zeroed out. It's all ballparked with this car. It started as a budget build. So the whole point was, you know, just to get used to working on cars, learn how to work on cars. So not much is done to the rear. You can tell I have a massive exhaust pipe. So this exhaust is done by Top Speed, the Pro 1 Performance exhaust. It's a 2.5 inch straight through until that exhaust back there, and I have a custom downpipe made off the turbo. But you know, it sounds pretty good. I'll do an exhaust clip video in the near future. But yeah, like, I mean, it looks pretty mean. It gets real low under the car, so it looks pretty sweet. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done this in a long time, so I don't know what to say, don't know how to do things. It's very foreign to me. But I'm gonna try to be myself. I'm gonna try to be, you know, goofy, because that's who I am. I like to have fun, I like to have a good time. So now with that, I'm gonna get to under the hood. My trusty samurai sword. Don't ask, just don't ask. Inside this car is a 1996 1.8. The chassis is a 90. The guy before me swapped this guy in with me. He actually blew the motor that was in this before. So this motor only has 100,000 miles on it, thankfully. So which is pretty low for Miatas, and you know it's held up really well. So let's break it down. Now don't laugh too much. I know this is not the cleanest engine bay in the world, but it gets the job done. So this is actually an eBay log manifold with an eBay turbo, you know, good old AutoZone freaking cone, and it gets the job done. It pushes 10 PSI right now on a super reliable tune. I run rich as hell. You can smell it from a fucking mile away, but it gets the job done. It rips. I mean, everybody that gets a ride in it, you know, they freak out. Next, you can see you got this Amazon catch can covered in pollen, because, you know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to clean when there's so much freaking pollen. It's so annoying. But yeah, so it gets the job done. It's got a good amount of oil already. I've had it in the car for probably a month or so. There's a little bit dipstick too, so you can check. I mean, it's super basic, but other than that, I mean, it's a 1.8. It has 700cc Deutschwerks injectors that I've put some real cash into. I have an HGS blow-off valve that is real under there, which is, you know, pretty uncommon. I feel like a lot of guys cheap out on that. And to control this, I have a Mega Squirt MS2. But yeah, I did a lot of this work myself. Shout out to Pete Springer and the motorsports guys at WPI. That's where I go to school. They helped me a lot with this build, and they probably will in the future as well. I also wired up my fans to be in parallel. They turn on with the headlights, believe it or not, which is pretty funny. But I mean, at least it's like a fan switch, right? It's just basically just like a fan switch. So it's whatever. But yeah, that's what's going on under here. I didn't mention, but I also have Raceland Ultimos on this car. I've just recently put those in. They're used. They have like 4,000 miles on them, and it was a living bitch to get off because one of the top heads bolts was like seized up on my old coilovers, so that wasn't fun at all. To go off that with fueling and stuff, so yeah, I have the 700cc Deutschwerks injectors that do plenty. I've already had a dyno day, and I had some like rep 440cc RX8 injectors. They just didn't get the job done. I'm pretty sure they just weren't flowing correctly, because my old wastegate, I have a 10 psi wastegate, but now at that dyno day it was 14 psi, and the car was running out of fuel. But it made decent power, but it was running out of fuel, and I'm not trying to blow up my engine because, you know, I'm on a budget here. And I also have a Walbro high flow fuel pump that I bought off of a buddy. But yeah, let's go to the interior. So my interior I've been piecing together for pretty much the entire length of this car. I got these LRB aluminum door cards pretty soon into the build, and just recently I got this D&D steering wheel with the CNC hub. My buddy Pete, he was the one that edited the video at the beginning of this, you know, the good old intro. So shout out to him. But he gave me this center console piece right here. It used to look terrible, but honestly looks really good. Just put that new shift boot in. I have a short shifter from Manzo. It was like a $50 short shifter, and it's worlds different. I got my boost gauge, AM, wideband, whatever freaking called, air fuel ratio. And yeah, I mean, it's super basic in here. I love it. I'm soon going to get a racing seat and hopefully a roll bar by the end of this summer, which would be sweet. But, you know, this car, I'm a college student. It's not easy to have a project car in college, especially when, you know, like, you make your money and then where does it go all year? It goes into college and just living and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's basically it on this car. You know, I thought this video was going to be a lot longer, but it's not. And I think I've gone over everything. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm super nervous. I've never done, it's been a while. It's been like 2 or 3 years. I've been like jumping and throwing videos into my profile here and there, but I'm back. I want to get into this. I'm super excited. So hopefully I can get really into this. I plan to do a bunch of videos. My buddy, and his name's JJ, he's actually getting a project car very soon, and I'm going to be doing a lot of work on that with him. So we're going to transfer that into whatever he wants, project, you know, just a project street car or a drift car, I don't know. But I'm super hyped about that. I got plenty of stuff coming in for here. I already got for the Miata a duckbill coming in, the new front lip, and then I also bought KBD side skirts. So this thing's gonna be sitting super nice. And yeah, guys, that's it. That's it. I don't know how to close a video. I don't know how to do any of this, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm super excited, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button, comment any ideas you have for me, and please subscribe. That'd be awesome. All right, have a good one.